Good day and welcome to another edition of Outside the Genie. We have the racing today from Turpentine on the inside track, the 11th of November. It's strange to have a meeting, Wednesday meeting on Turpentine. I don't know what the reason is for that, but let's have a look at the fields and the betting. But before that, first of all, for the persons who might be listening to this video for the first time, just quickly, what Outside the Genie do. What Outside of GENIE do is we do a form analysis, and we try through doing the form analysis, find you outsiders that we can provide to you, and you can then add that into your selections. If you want to receive this video every day, click on the subscribe now button and ring the bell. You'll also find us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and our contact details 083 5855 133. And yesterday at Kenilworth, we had a very good day. We gave you the winners 5 of 8 races, Shanghai 12 to 10. Yes, a few of them were favorites, but I still had to win the races. Then number 5, Cha-Ching in race 6 was also our recommended value bet. That one at 7 to 1. Now, quickly, just the difference between an outright selection and an outsider selection. An outright selection is the horse that we recommend that we think can win the race. That can be at any price. Our outsider selections is every day we give you our outright winner, and then we give you 2 outsider selections that we think can either win or place. So then we also gave you number 2, Retro Effect, and the last race, Cappuccino. We give you a recommended double, that one at 3 to 1, not much, but it's still one. And then also the PA and Pick 66 were winning selections and showed a small profit on the day. Then we got, if you want to subscribe to receive our daily form analysis, we can offer you the first package as an offer. You sign up now for $250 till the end of November. And we have got 2 videos. The first one is how to read the Computaform. Sometimes, people, I don't know, the only thing I use is the Computaform. So if you're a bit unsure how the Computaform works, this might be the video that you want to have a look at. Then if you sign up for November and December, you get a 50% discount. You only pay 500 Rand, as our normal rate is normally 500 per month. Plus you'll get how to pick a winner and find an outsider using Computaform. So maybe, and you'll also get how to read Computaform, so you get both included in that package. If you don't want that, you can either buy 1 or 2 of the videos, the 100 Rand each, or you can get both for 175 Rand. Contact us on 083 585 5133. What do you get if you subscribe to our package? You get a race by race selection, outright winner, and 2 possible outsider selections, 2 daily recommended doubles, value bets. The other day we gave you a value bet at the Vaal Big City Girl at 7 to 1 was the best bet of the day. Then suggested trifectas and quartet selections. We have selected quartets with huge payouts before, and also we give affordable PA and Pick 6 selections that now and then they do win. So to receive the selections, we post this on a WhatsApp group, and there's your race by race selections, Pick 6, PA, trifectas, quartets, your value bets, your base bet, and then your 2 all-to-come doubles. All right, let's now move on to the business of the racing, where we'll be racing from Turpentine, the inside track. Just quickly before we move on, yeah, there's some people who want me to analyze more horses per race. Other people want me to keep the video short as possible. So the midway is, what I do is I give you the outright selection, the 2 outsider selections, and then I touch on 1 or 2 horses per race in order to keep the video to about half an hour. So let's have a look at the betting at number 1, at race number 1. And the betting is as follows. Number 11, Manterio 72, Eagle Alley 15 to 4, Irish Rain 5 to 1, Duke of Abercorn 6 to 1, Ricardo 7 to 1, Abia 7-1, Prince Alf 10-1, Grace from Above 14-1, 16-1, Ash and 40-1, and longer the rest. So let's quickly have a look here. My outsider selection is number 14, and I must say this is not a very strong field that is running here today, so anything is possible. My first selection is Abia, a Silvano by the Mayor Arabian Express by Al Mafti. It's decent breeding. They paid 300,000 for the horse, so must have had some, looked like a racehorse at least. There's also been raining 4 links, 5 links, but then 2 runs ago it ran behind Benev at Turffontein over 1,200 meters, and it was bumped late, but I think the 1450 today will suit. And although 5 links behind last time out, it was bumped by the 800 meters. So it looks like this horse gets bumped around a little bit. So maybe today we don't get bumped, it might do the business. And number 14, Abia, definitely inclusion in your bets. Then number 13, Ricardo, has had 2 nice runs, has been improved from the first to the second run, and I think will be improving some more. Craig Zaki on board from draw 8. Ricardo, definitely put in all your bets. Then my other outsider selection is Ash. Ash has been running there and thereabouts. Brown on board, and I think from draw 3 can have a say at the finish. Yes, and I just want to draw your attention. There are 2 first timers in the race, and I can tell you probably they don't have to be, if they have some decent ability, they can probably win the race. The first one is Eagle Alley, which is the second favorite, Silvano. The Mayor Magnolia Lane by Sadler's Wells, well bred on the dam side. And Magnolia Lane, if I'm not mistaken, has already thrown a few winners. So watch out for this one. Sean Terry is a master in preparing a horse to win first time out. So watch out for that. Then number 10, Irish Rain, Alec Leeds, Soft Falling Rain. Lucky Garnier by Savannah. I'm not familiar with that mare, Lucky Gambit. But yeah, can be anything, so keep an eye out for that. But unfortunately, drawn 16. Here we have the favorite Monterio, has had 2 runs, 6 lengths and 5 lengths behind. Drawn 2. I must say the form not impressive form, but yeah, against this field, probably some of the better form in the race, so don't discard. Unfortunately, Prince of Alf ran a very bad race on Saturday, so but drawn 14, maybe you want to chuck that in the back end of your quartets. So let's move on to race number 2, which is another maiden break for fillies and mares over 1450. The betting is follows. Number 13, Emmeline, 19-20, 33-10, Ruby Woo, Emerald Foe, 6-10, Lady Mika, 10-1, Purple Shadow, 16-1, Rembes, 25-1, Ginseng, 28-1, Apple Drop, 28-1, Marigold Sun, 28-1, and Runaround Sue, 35-1, and longer the rest. Yeah, I'm going with the favorite, but I am very hesitant to go with the favorite because I must say, and unfortunately it's the truth, Michael de Kock stable is not firing at the moment. There was a time that if you can put the Michael de Kock horse in, you will know you'll be standing in a payout queue. But lately, the runners is not running up to scratch. One of their favorite runners on Monday at the Vaal ran stone last. I won't mention which horse it was, but and then there's been cases where the horse was favorites and they got beaten. So be aware. Don't go and put your house on this horse. You might woe it off time. And then I think Ruby Woo, to my mind, I think is also in with a huge chance here. That will definitely be suited to the longer distance. Ran on well 23.6 last time and already 13 runners, 2 wins. So that would be my other second selection in this race. For outsider selections, you can go for number 13. No, not number 13, number 9. Sorry, number 9, number 13 is scratched. Number 9, Purple Moon, Clinton Binder, stable is running well. This horse has run a few fourths, a nice horse to include in your quartet. I'm not that sure if it can stand in a winning queue, in the first box after the race, but anything is possible. Do include in all your bets. Then in my other outsider selection is number 2, Apple Drop. This horse is improving slowly but surely. Now going to 1450. Kumala on board, drawn 5, and I'm sure it's going to run an improved race. So let's move on to race number 3, which is a merit rated 72 handicap class E, average merit rating 65. Now, guys and girls, here you need to hold on to your hats. Melchizedek 9-2, Forever Light 5-2, Manitoba 5-1, Thai Gold 11-2, In Full Bloom 6-1, Contrail 8-1, Western Aces 8-1, The Sands 14-1, Private Ruler 16-1, Free Deal 25-1, Zegondium 28-1, Earthshaker 28-1, and 70-1, and longer the rest. Now, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your hats. I've found the outsider for you. 28-1. Now, if you look at this horse's form, you'll see that this form is not very inspiring. But when you look at the AR of this race, the ability rating of this race, it's an E65. Now, the last time this horse ran in the E division, he won it. And that was when he won his maiden over this course and distance. Drawn 2. He ran off a minute rating of 88 and now a 62. He's been running constantly against a much higher opposition. Sometimes good races, sometimes a bad race. Here he ran behind Rivonia Boulevard. Rivonia Boulevard has won since. Behind All of Me, I give All of Me a good chance. Kapama has won another race. I don't know what happened behind this race, behind Whirly Whirly, but also was in a merit rated B89 handicap. Now it finds itself here in the E division 65. I'm sure this horse is going to run a forward race today. And even if he doesn't win, you go each way. If it runs a place, even for the quartet, you'll be standing in the power queue, laughing, thanking outsider Genie. Now, my outsider selections is as follows. Number 11, Free Deal. Here we have the same situation. A horse of a merit rating of 70, now on a 57. Has run against a little bit stronger position than his meeting here. And I think Free Deal, this stable, much in form. Even the owner is in form. The only problem is the 15 draw, but if this horse plays 11 Free Deal, also in the upper 28s, I think 28-1 or something. Imagine that exacta. Do yourself a favor, take the exacta. 7-11. If that comes in, you'll be home, Jerome. Then my other outsider selection in this race is number 6, In Full Bloom. This horse runs always there and thereabouts, 5 lengths, 4 lengths. Has run against strong opposition, merit rated C78, behind Creation. Creation running again today. Holy Man, Rises 1, Big Quest, now today running in the E division. And I think In Full Bloom, Lyle Whitson, Sean Terry, definitely in with a chance not to be left out. This is a very open race, lots of horses with chances. So definitely a horse a race that you want to go wide in the first leg of the pick 6. And I can tell you, I've got 8 horses in my selection, and I can still go out in the first leg. So here we move to race 4, merit rated 80 handicap over 1,000 meters, class C, merit rated 76. Let's have a look at the betting here. Here we have the betting race 4. Number 3, Vaal Low 3-1, Star Flash 3-1, 4-1, Gang Leader, Mind Reader 9-2, 8 to 1 on a high note, 12 to 1 Diwali, Blow Me Down 14, Ice Eater 18, Iron Mark 28, Scratch 2 and 10. So here in race 4, my first selection is number 7, Mind Reader. We're looking at the C76. So this horse is running in her division, has run against a little bit stronger before, but I think Mind Reader did one well 2 races ago. Last time ran behind May Queen, and May Queen ran an excellent race on Saturday, nearly winning the race and got run out of it late. I think May Queen. So definitely my first pick for this race. Outside the selections, number 6, Blow Me Down. This horse has also run against some higher opposition. Here you look at the 75, 75. Now running a little bit lower. I think that the 1,000 meters, I think the 1,200 meters is a little bit far for this horse. He's run his best races over the 1,000 meters, and I do think Kumala on board is a bit of a jockey strike. He has ridden the horse before, and now riding it again, and I do believe that this horse can be involved in a finish. Was beaten by Vaal earlier in the year, but there is a little bit of a swing in the weights today. My other selection is number 4, Diwali. Diwali at one stage ran against some, very good horses, Bold Eagle, William the Great, Coyote Girl has won a few races, but it looks like this horse has got a bit of some problems because he's rested often, but he do show some pace and also ran in a higher division his last 5 races, so definitely can be involved in the finish, maybe the back end of the quartets, but not out of it to win it. So let's move on to race number 5, which is a graduation plate class C, average merit rating 79, also over 1,000 meters. Here the betting is as follows: Sweet Sensation 14 to 10, 28 to 10 greens, Varina 33 to 10, Sudden Charm 9 to 2, Hot Gas for 12 to 1, Namera 35 to 1, 50 to 1, and longer the rest. Here, in my selections today, my first confident selection is number 8, Sweet Sensation. Sweet Sensation is running with a huge reputation, has run against some stronger, see the Ecstatic Green, won a maiden on the Vaal at juvenile, not even a juvenile, a maiden played a juvenile by 5 lengths, and I think Sweet Sensation today in this race will be very hard to beat. Outsider selection race 5 is number 4. Not so much an outsider, but I do think can be involved in the finish. Sudden Charm has been running well, and I think the 1,400 meter last time out was just too far. Back over the 1,000 meters today, can definitely run a huge race. In my other outsider selection, number 9, Bariana is not an outsider either, has also been running well, also smart 3-year-old, looking forward to see this finish. And let's move on to race number 6, which is a merit rated 96 handicap, class A, average merit rating 92. And here we have All of Me 4 to 1, Southeast 4 to 1, Chabelle 9 to 2, Nash First 6 to 1, State Trooper 11 to 1, Ispan 11 to 1, Capetina 12 to 1, Madame Pertise 14 and 16 to 1, and longer the rest. So here in race 6, my first selection is number 2, All of Me. This horse is run against far stronger company, beaten by Celtic Sea by 9 lengths. You can put Celtic Sea in this race, he probably win by 20 lengths. So, and also, as I said, All of Me has run against stronger. Last time out ran against Galactic Warrior, and wasn't disgraced in going down by just under a length. This has had a short rest, but I'm sure Pierre Stradom wouldn't taken the ride if this horse wasn't fit and well. So my choice number 2, all of me. Outsider selections, Donnerweer. I do feel Donnerweer. I don't think a horse can win this race, but definitely a nice horse to include in your quartet and trifecta selection, because this horse also loves the 1,000 meters, has also been running again much stronger. Here the horse ran in a Computaform sprint, just 4.5 lengths behind. And yeah, I think the 1450 last time out was too far. Before that ran in Van Eyden in the future. So Donnerweer, definitely a horse that you want to include in all your calculations. And then here we have number 12, um, Capetina. Capetina only carrying 50 kilogram. This horse kicked off his career and had two wins in a row, and everybody was thinking that, yeah, this is the next boom horse, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But he's now with the Locker stable and has had 3 runs. And I think with the lightweight today can be involved in the finish, do include in all your bets. We now move on to race number 7. We got a merit rated 89 handicap for 3-year-olds, class B, average merit rated 80, and it's over 1,800 meters. So let's have a look at the betting. Here the betting is Bingwa 4-1, Louis Jim 9-2, Have a Go Joe 9-2, Kingsley Hart 5-1, Dr. Doolittle 11-1, FS Squadron 11-1, Purple Panther 13-2, Gold Season 16, Losing Swan 16, scratch number 7. Now, guys, in this race, to me today, and this horse is at 5-1. This is the best bet of the day. Now you will see that this race is over 1,800 meters, except for one horse, which is number 12. Number 12. Not a single one of the other horses has ever run or even placed or win over the 1,800 meters. But the day Kingsley's Heart won, I recommended, my words on that day, I can still remember, was this horse was given 2 pipe openers over 1160, but on the breeding, this horse would be looking for 1,600 meter minimum, but I'm sure will go much further. Then it ran in strong races against Pure Self, Catch 22, also have a very big reputation. Then it went down and ran in a future, only 2.5 lengths behind Sent by Destiny, which was a grade 1 on Gold Cup Day, over the 1,600 meters. Now, today, this horse is going over 1,800 meters for the first time. And I'm telling you, this horse is crying out for the 1,800 meters, and this horse, Kingsley's Heart, will be hard to beat in this field today. That I am sure of. Yes, Bingwa is a good horse, but Bingwa hasn't run in exactly the same class that Kingsley Hart ran. I mean, Bingwa was beaten by Whipping Boy the other day, and Whipping Boy was struggling. I think he ran 4 seconds and came down in divisions. Not that Whipping Boy is not a good horse, and that's not what I'm saying. And then behind Manmoose, fastest last 400 meters. Yes, this horse will be finishing straight on fourth, and I'm looking for a big race between number 1 and number 2. And on 5-1, my recommendation would be also take a small, take a places. I mean, I can't foresee, but I really believe number 1 gets, is the best horse. But yeah, you can never ignore Pierce Stradom, and also just in the event that he do manage to get Bingma to beat Kingsley's Heart, then at least you'll get some of your money back. There's a lot of young horses in this race who's got chances that can improve. I'm sure Louis Jim will also improve, but didn't run well last time out in the small future behind Due Diligence. But look at number 9, Elusive Swan. But I think that is a scratching, am I not mistaken? No, it's 16 to 1. Yes, I wanted to say. It's only carrying 50 kilograms. And he's run against some nice races after his maiden. Definitely a horse that you want to put in your play in terms of quartets and trifectas. And then also number 10, only just won his maiden plate, but he won by 4 lengths, right? And he's carrying a low weight of 53. And I'm sure this is going to run a huge race after winning his maiden. So keep an eye out for FS Quadrun. Another horse that I think is also going to run well today is number 8, Have a Go, Joe. He also won easily. I'm looking, he won over 1700 meters going away. But also drawn 10, do keep an eye out for that one as well. Do include in all bets. So let's move on to the last race over 1800 meters. A filly mare 72 handicap, class D, average merit rated 70. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your hats. Race 8, number 1, 33 to 10, She's a Glow. Curvation 11 to 2. Illuminate 7 to 2. Fly North 7 to 1. Tartan Dancer 8 to 1. Mazari 11 to 1. Council Queen 11 to 1. Netta 14 to 1. Liverpool Legend 14 to 1. And long 18 to 1 and longer the race. Scratch number 9, the Satch. And here in this race, my selection is number 5. Let's try and find number 5. Now, if you have a look at this horse, you just look at the form, and you would think, wow, this must be simple. But now let's do a little bit of analysis of this horse's form. This horse had 2 maiden runs, ran unwell. He always runs unwell. Look at it. Fastest 400, third fastest 400, third fastest, even 24.1. Here it ran at 23.10 in that small future Saturday at Turffontein. This horse is crying out for this 1800 meters. Now, here it ran in a juvenile, I think anything goes. We all know how good anything goes. Then Cornet took it to a 1400 meters, drawn 12 from 12. This horse ran on. He won the race easily by 1.4. Then again, it ran in an A division against anything goes. Last time out behind Due Diligence in the future. Now it finds itself in a handicap. Guys, go and take the 14 to 1. Take each way. This is a huge run in Netta today. And I can tell you now, the only thing that is a little bit of a concern to me is the drawn 15. If this horse was drawn better, I would have had lots of confidence. But seeing that the horse runs on, but now the problem is if it was on the stand side track, I wouldn't have been worried over the draw. But on the inside track, if it's short as a run up, it can be a problem. But Netta, I think today in this race has got a huge chance. Then my outsider selections is number 8, Consul Queen. Larina getting the ride here for Tony Nassif, and I'm sure there's a reason why Larina is riding this horse from draw 4. This horse, after he made it, except for his first run, after that has been running dead and beat and bouts. Not too bad, 4 lengths, 2 lengths, 8 lengths. Watch out for this one. I'm sure this is a jockey strike. Then my other outsider selection is number 12, which is Tartan Dancer. This horse has already won 4 races or 3 races, and he's running always there and thereabouts. This one run, I'm not sure which one it was the other day. I think it was this one about Jackie Boy. The horse moved up and then just faded, and then but he won his races over 1400 meters, I think. But Kumala on board today, I think Tartan Dancer can be a factor in this race. A very open race, lots of horses with chances. Even Masari, I would think, is not without a chance. Can surprise. He has done so before. Maybe take exactly with the speed horses. You never know. If you do come in, you'll collect. You can only take it 5 or 10 times. You'll definitely be in the money. But Mazzari is a type of horse you never know what's going to happen. He can pitch up here today, and he's won over the 1800 meters and win the race with Murray on board. So all in all, a very open race. Here we have Curvation, also in with a chance getting the minus of 1.5. I see Deacon now on minus 1.5. Did one well last time out. Maybe if you want to, you can take a small double. The last two races, the Marvin double, hope for the best. She's a Glow also has been running against good company, also not without a chance, can be involved in a finish. So all in all, I think the last race, open race, but I'm strong on Netta. So I thank you for listening to this video today. I hope I could point you in the right direction. And as I always say, break a leg.